Well, holy Mackinac, guys. I really wasn't expecting to make this video today. I don't have much of a script planned, or not really any at all, to be honest with you, but I just really wanted to hop online and basically talk to my friends, which is what I consider you guys, my investing friends that I can talk to about investing and all that kind of stuff. And just, congratulate each other and talk about this crazy wild ride Rocket Lab stock has been on over the past few months. Hard to believe, a few months ago I was probably sitting at a loss in Rocket Lab, and for the majority of the time that I've held Rocket Lab, I've been at a loss, and now we're getting to almost getting close to a double. I'm not there yet, but I'm getting very close to a double on Rocket Lab. Crazy to believe, crazy to see how quickly things can change. And I really, more than feeling good for myself, although of course it does feel good, I feel good for the people who have been holding the stock since way back in the beginning. When they first went public, they really believed in the company, or even before that with the Vector acquisition days, buying in before the company actually technically went public. Those people who, had a brief jump when the stock went public have been sitting at a loss for quite a long time now. I'm sure it's been very demotivating, very upsetting to see yourself at such a big loss, and now they're finally starting to get close to break even again. So congratulations to everyone out there who's hung in there since Vector acquisition, since the beginning. I feel really good for you guys, mainly. Not everyone really would have the conviction or wherewithal to hold on to a stock for this long at this big a loss and really believe in it and have it come back. So yeah, congratulations to all you guys. Let me know down in the comments if you're one of the ones from the Vector acquisition. I just wanted to talk about how well things are going, how happy I am with the stock. As I've said many times before, I have about 10,000 shares at a cost average of about 4.5. Let me know if you feel like sharing how many shares you have, how you're doing, if you're still at a loss or if you're at a gain. Obviously, no pressure. If you don't feel like sharing that kind of stuff, no need to. Now, I did have a few thoughts I wanted to share while I hopped on this video. First of all, now that the stock has jumped so quickly, so fast, I mean, if you look at a 3-month chart, we're up 96% in 3 months. That's really crazy. We hit $8 today. I believe 8.04 was the high. So some people who hopped in, they may have even bought in the 3s or 4s like I did, or even higher. You never know. Or maybe someone who's been in the stock for a really long time and kind of just wanting to get their money out or whatever. When it comes to your investments and making your investing decisions, I don't like it when you get a lot of kind of hateful arguments or heated arguments. To me, on the investing side of things, you can always talk logically to someone as long as you both stay calm. So if someone does want to sell, want to take their money, like I would never blame them or, attack them or say they're doing the wrong thing, because everyone's situation is different. So I hope we don't get into the divisiveness that I've seen in, say, the Tesla investor community, where anyone who wants to take their money out is suddenly the enemy. That's definitely not the case here. Like, even if I ever did take my money out of Rocket Lab, which I'm not planning to do right now, by the way, in case you're wondering, I would still be, one of their number one fans cheering them on, and I would only be looking for an opportunity to get back in at a lower number. And I do have to say that I do feel for people who sold and we're looking to get back in lower. For a while there, it seemed like we were kind of in a range. We get a little bump, it go back down, get a little bump, go back down. So some people I know were starting to try and play that, say we got up to like 5, sell, maybe buy back in at 4 and wait for it to happen again. Well, this is the rough consequence of that. Sometimes if you're not going to be a long-term investor, you can miss the big move up. I can't say I hope that the stock goes down, because obviously I'm a shareholder and I have a lot of shares in it, but I guess I kind of do for those people to get back in, and then there's always the opportunity to buy more shares for me, because I never fully decided if this was the limit of how high I wanted to go or if maybe I would want to buy more. So yeah, if it goes back down, I won't be too depressed or anything like that. But I definitely still want to enjoy these good times while they're here. And just talking about like why this is happening, there's so many factors going on, right? Like, so the overall macro is going really well. The indexes are moving up a lot. It's not just Rocket Lab, although Rocket Lab has moved way more than most. The overall markets are moving too, and that definitely plays a big factor. We have a lot of people thinking there's going to be a soft landing on the economy and we may not have much of a recession, if any. A lot of people thinking maybe we're only looking at one more rate hike and then we're done, and then the interest rates will finally start to drop, which would be extremely bullish for the future of the markets, thinking there's, a future bull market here. And even other space companies have been experiencing quite a run. Not all space companies, but some definitely have. It's not been only Rocket Lab. I look at a company like Redwire. They've also almost doubled over the last few months. I mean, it's not really, to me, as exciting as Rocket Lab, because Redwire's gone from more like 2 to 4, where Rocket Lab's gone from 4 to 8. So a little more exciting there. Redwire's still way underwater from, I guess, where they used to be versus Rocket Lab. But nevertheless, similar performance. So the space sector as a whole has been moving up the last few days. I've even seen, say, Astra moving up a little bit, although obviously they're still well under $1 a share, and some other companies. Planet Labs, not so much participating in the rally. They're still kind of got a bit of a hangover from that last earnings call, but they have started to pick it up a little bit here. In terms of whether I would add more shares here, I don't think I would. And again, this is not to say, oh my God, Dave's anti-Rocket Lab because he doesn't want to buy shares here. I just think things are getting a little frothy right now, and it looks to me like we might be kind of at the peak of this current run for Rocket Lab. I could be way wrong. I mean, betting on the short-term moves of a stock is kind of a fool's game, really. It can be fun sometimes, but I would never put, significant portions of my capital into that, always long-term. But I don't think I would buy right now. Maybe wait for a bit of a pullback. That's my personal opinion. And a lot of people are just finding Rocket Lab right now, which is kind of unfortunate, but it's the way it goes. A stock doubles, of course, is going to start getting more attention. More people find out about it. They get excited. They want to hop in. And often, unfortunately, that can be the exact wrong time to hop in because of all that attention and excitement around a stock. It's gone way high way fast, and eventually it'll kind of have a bit of a pullback. Personally, I don't think we're ever gonna see all the way down to those lows like 3.7, 3.8. I feel like we may not see that again, but perhaps we'll pull back to the 5s or something like that. I don't really know. I mean, who knows? I'll just wait for what I think is a good opportunity to add if I feel like it at the time. If we don't get another opportunity to add down at those levels, I might look at adding more Planet Labs or some other stocks, although I really do still need to make my full financial model on Planet Labs and do some more research on it. Anyway, I guess that's it for today, guys. Just a really quick one. I wanted to say congratulations to you if you're holding Rocket Lab and you've made some money over the past few months. And I guess congratulations to me because I've really believed in it and made a lot of videos on it. And since I started covering it, they have gone from, 3s, 4s to 8. So everything's good. I am happy and just enjoying this while it lasts. I hope you guys have a great day, have a great rest of the week, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.